Yeah, it's a great day. You might be wondering why I am back. And you may be wondering why on YouTube. This is a story of, Leo Tolstoy's One Spark Neglected Burns a House. Do you remember? One spark neglected burns a house. And sometimes it's in the positive sense. One spark ignites and initiates a world. Around 10 days back, one of my old students asked me after listening to my National Youth Day speech, "Sir, why don't you start a YouTube channel?" My God. Yeah, I was wonderstruck, to be very honest. I was very wonderstruck. There are so many YouTube channels. Why one more? And the next question, yeah, my student is asking, I should listen. Because it's not always that the student listens to the teacher. The teacher also has to listen to the student, right? So that was my second question. I said, okay, let me start. And the third question came to my mind. Uh, what should it be about? That was my next question. What should it be about? I asked feedback from the same old students, a number of them. They told me this, that, this, that. I thought over it because I said, I want a week's time, and I have taken 2 weeks' time, to be very honest, to decide on what I plan to do. I'm not Rajnikant. I have decided that I'll do, and I will do. I thought, what's my strength? It's not about English. And my own, respectable people like retired Deputy Commissioner Shri DTS Rao. Yeah, he's running a channel on his own about English. So there's absolutely no purpose in myself starting a channel for teaching English communication or English grammar or oratory, nothing of that. Uh, so then what to start? What do I do? This was my question. I was going through some of the messages of my old students, and I would like to read. This was something that was in a group of my dear Adilabad kids. I just read out the message. Padmanabhan sir is a great philosopher and scholar. I doubt. We were lucky to get a teacher like him. I was lucky to get students like you. I still remember, not just oranges and one leaf lessons. Yeah, I would like to correct. It is not one leaf. It's the last leaf. And one more thing. I never call them lessons. I call them stories. Many times I thought of buying those books, but again I realized that those stories were not great. We liked them because of his narration and philosophical thinking behind that story. Fine. Thank you. That was the comment. I thought, yeah, this I can take a clue. I thought I will listen to this student who found my narration or rather interpretation. Because sometimes the stories that are prescribed in the textbook they're not so interesting. But then I have to make it interesting because that's my job. I've been doing that. And this told me, all right, let me take up this task. And again, storytelling. Oh my God, there are so many. There are so many people who are telling stories. Who are storytelling is a technique by itself. There are many people who are into it, including my own sister who is doing it in Tamil. She has a channel. So, in what way am I going to be new? I wanted to be a bit new. Then I thought, we'll try, we'll try something about storytelling, but not necessarily telling the story or reading the story, but rather world's great short stories. So I would like to start a separate channel in my name, World's Best Short Stories. And what's my plan? Like one line story. Number one. Number two is talking about the characters, how the characters are built, and how the values are brought in, the character values for the story, how they are value additions to the story, the plot, how to write a character sketch. The reason why I chose was, you know, often we forget that there is another perspective for the presenter. I have two kinds of audience. One, my older students, my respected colleagues, and teachers of English, and the students of literature who would love that way. And also the younger generation who really do not get time to read a book, a short story also, leave alone novels. They don't get time to read even short stories. Let me introduce them to the best of short stories and let them read it on their own. I would just provide them the link. Yeah, please read the story. Yeah, this is what I find it really good. See, for example, I would like to give one or two examples of what is in my mind because I need your help. Probably you remember the crow and the fox. I'm not talking only about short stories, but even about tales. The crow and the fox. You know that we say the crow picked up a vada or a roti or whatever that is from the old lady, and sits on a tree, and very cunning fox comes and says, "Ah, you sing so well." And the crow sings, and once it opens its mouth, it's dropped. The fox takes. And we teach a moral lesson to that. If you steal, it's not going to be yours. But then I thought, are we not telling the children, be like the fox, do a bit of flattery, tell everybody, oh, excellent, excellent. You tell me, excellent idea, sir. You tell me. That flattery will make you win. Am I not teaching a wrong lesson? Why not we change the endings of such stories also? That's possible. And we've got a plethora of short stories across the world that are worth remembering. Probably in your, maybe in your textbook, when you studied or when you're studying, or a short story that you read elsewhere. You share it with me. Doesn't matter what language it is, but I want a translation. Right. I would also take a few, because we do have a number. Because somehow I am a great fan of Russian short stories. Yeah, we do have quite a number of Indian short stories also. But unless and until I am ready with 50 stories, or at least 10 recorded ones ready, I am not going to begin. I'm not going to begin this channel. Okay? That will be a story time with Jack. I want my friends, old students, my well wishers, and those who believe that I'm planning to do a good job. Please share such of those short stories. And I would love to begin with my favorite stories. The first 10 will be my favorite 10. I would begin with that. The first among them would definitely be, how much land does a man require? I'll tell you 1 week in advance that this is going to be my next story. And if you read and then come, uh, you definitely would love. And if I get 1,000 subscribers, I would come live and I would answer to all these questions that come in the live chat. Well, definitely I'll do that. I'll come on to that, right? On the live chat, I will answer to those questions also. That's about short story. And as I already said, it's not about only literature students, but also language students. I would like to keep my presentation in simple language as possible with 1 or 2 cashew nuts in the pungal. You know what I mean? At least 1 or 2 items of vocabulary and grammar to learn. Uh, and that's for you. And a bit of creative and critical thinking. As I said, I might ask you to change the story ending, or what might have happened if this particular event had not happened. The catastrophic point of a story, if that had not happened, where would have the story gone? That those questions are for creative and critical thinking abilities of the listeners. So it's a learning time, fun time, story time with JAP. Hope you share it and mail it to the mail ID. My mail ID is Padmanabhan, Padmanabanja, Padmanabhan Ja at gmail.com. Mail my ideas, or else you have my, I'll put it on the footnote. It is there, my mobile number. You can WhatsApp me on 9880 410 200. Just give the link of the story that you want me to add to the first 50. I would read, I would get back with you. I think we'll have good time together. I hope. I would definitely love Sunday afternoons with you. Bye.